Well, hey, diet disruptors, Carrie here, and I have to say it's good to be back. I don't know if any of you missed me, but I was away last week. I was in Mexico enjoying a little rest and relaxation with my husband. And so we took the week off, which I haven't done in a really long time. So we were in Mexico. A lot of you know that I still live in Mexico. So it was awesome. So say, if you speak Spanish or know anything in Spanish, say hello to me in Spanish. Say, hola, ¿cómo estás? I got to practice my Spanish. So say hi to me, whatever you know in Spanish. No bad words. Just tell me whatever good, positive words that you know. I'll respond back to you after in Spanish as well. So we are going to really dig deep into a topic today. And you might want to bring a pen along with you because I have a lot to talk about around a concept that I think most of us really misunderstand. It is about supplementation, supplements. And I remember recently I was on the phone with a potential client who became a client, and we were Zooming together, and I was talking to her about her needs, her health, her goals. And she literally brought out buckets and buckets of supplements because she just kept buying things that she was told were going to do all the things to help her lose weight and quote unquote get healthy. And here's the thing that I think about with supplementation. It's kind of like finances and nutrition. Nobody has ever taught us about this kind of stuff, like in school, right? Do you really learn about the things that we need to know? I mean, I will tell you that my daughters are still learning about the food pyramid in school in their nutrition, or it's not a nutrition class, in their health class, which is so antiquated. Don't listen to that. But really, when it comes to our finances, how to balance a checkbook, right? When it comes to nutrition and understanding how we use food as fuel and shouldn't be dieting ever. And when it comes to what supplements are, why we should use them, what they should be, we don't learn about any of this. So that's what I'm going to teach you today. I'm going to give you a quick class. It's not going to be like a deep science, certification class, but enough so that you know. And I always say that when you know, you can do. And instead of just kind of throwing mud at the wall, like we do sometimes with our finances, sometimes we do with nutrition, and what I think a lot of us do with supplements, and then we're going to spend a lot of money and not see any impact from it. I was actually just talking to a trainer recently, and he told me the supplements that he tells his clients to use, and I was like, no, really? And they don't even have the training in it. It's just sort of like what they think or what they've used in the past. And then they kind of give a one size fits all to their clients. And so I want you to be well educated so you can make good decisions. So let's dig in a little bit. If you're excited and you're ready, put in the comments, I'm ready. I'm ready to learn. I want to hear from you as you're watching, whether you're listening on the podcast, watching us live, or watching us on the replay. Tell me if you're ready to learn. If you've got your pen, you got your paper, or just open up your notes on your phone and listen along as I talk. So what I actually will tell you that before I figured all of this out, I was just like a mess. I would go out and buy a multivitamin off the shelf. And in fact, my first nutrition coach told me that's all you need. Just buy whatever it is off the shelf. And I was like, this is why I needed to do an episode on this, because even my first nutrition coach didn't know. And this is still something I'm learning about a lot and over again, because there's so much misinformation about whether we need them at all. Because I'll have people tell me we can get everything that we need in food. And so there's just a lot of misunderstanding there. So if you're ready, type in the comments, I'm ready, and I can't wait to get started. So let's talk first. I like to do this, like when I go to a new place, like when I was in Mexico last week, I like to look at the whole map of the whole country, where it is in comparison to the US, and then hone in right down into where I was actually staying. So it's like that 30,000 foot view on Google Maps that brings me down to, where you can be the street view. So I'm going to go 30,000 foot view first. So let's just talk about the 6 things that we need in our nutrition. I'm not in our nutrition, in like for health and wellness in order to actually reach your goals. And I know my members know these 6 things. So if anybody knows them while they're watching, all of our clients know this stuff. And then I want you to write them down. Okay. We'll do a little test and see if anybody knows what they are. But I'll share with you because I know not everybody does. There are 6 things, and a lot of people think, I would actually say there's 7, and I probably should say that there's 7. I'll give you my 7th one, but like research and what we know is in all the books say 6, and then the Carrie Lapoli thing is 7 that I feel like should just be in all the books as well. So I'll tell you what that 7th thing is, but let's go with the 6. Okay. So women often think these are like in kind of, I know you've all heard of this stuff before, but I'm going to really lay it out for you. 6 things that we need to have in place in order to reach our health goals, whether it's about losing weight or getting healthy. My hope is that everybody wants to get to their optimal health, because that's how you're going to get to your optimal weight in a healthy way. There are so many skinny, unhealthy people. If your goal is simply losing weight, you're going to find the wrong answers. Your goal has to be, how do I get to my optimal health in a simple, sustainable, and satisfying way? That's not a diet. That doesn't put me at a deficit, because since when is a deficit a good thing, right? So the 6 things, I call them the 6 spinning plates. It's like, have you ever seen like in the circus, right? Or in a carnival? Maybe it's a circus, right? I haven't been to a circus like, I don't know, in 30 years, probably more than that. But I was like spinning plates, where you have a stick and plates and you're trying to hold them all and spin them all and keep them going. Well, it's really hard, if not impossible, to keep all 6 plates spinning at any given time. And so my clients, my members, they all know if we feel like we're plateauing or we feel like we're not making progress, it's not about finding a new diet. It's about doing what we know is right, fueling ourselves with the right nutrients and the right portions at the right frequency all day long, but also making sure all the other plates are spinning. And more than likely, one of your plates is slowing down, if not has fallen off the stick. And so it isn't about finding a new diet per se, but it's about figuring out which plate isn't spinning. Okay. So the 6 plates, I gave you guys time to comment, those of you that know. The first one is nutrition. Okay. Getting your food right. I did not say dieting. I said nutrition. We eat something called eating in 3s, protein, fat, and carb every 3 to 4 hours. I said carb, and I said every 3 to 4 hours. We need that. I have lots and lots of episodes around that. You can check out one that says, is PFC every 3 for me? You can just search in our podcast or in our blog PFC. You're going to see a ton of stuff there. So we're talking about nutrition and eating both healthy and correct. Which is healthy is really eating non-processed clean food as much as possible. But then eating correctly is eating your PFC every 3. And I would say if you can't eat healthy, you can at least eat correct, but that's a plate that has to be spinning. And the nice thing is about it is that we can keep that plate spinning. Like I was on vacation and my plate was still spinning. Was I perfect? No. Did I have tequila? A lot. But I kept my plate spinning and I didn't feel deprived and I didn't have to think about it or allow food to make me feel guilty. The second plate is exercise. Now, a lot of women I talk to are like, I exercise all the time, but I'm not losing weight. Well, if you're not fueling your body correctly, the exercise could actually be sabotaging you, because you could be putting your body at a deficit. I literally was texting with a woman this weekend who said when she only ate 1 meal a day and then would work out 3 hours a day, and she couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. Okay. But exercise is a huge piece of the puzzle. We have to move our body. That is important for many, many aspects of our lives, right? And we can get into all of these things. I also did a 6-part series with Mark McDonald on all of this, celebrity nutritionist and New York Times bestselling author, and a very good friend of mine, about these 6 things as well. So you can check out that as well. You can search Mark McDonald in our website and you'll find it. Okay. So nutrition, exercise, water, sleep, stress. Oh, I'm not even counting correctly. Water, sleep, stress. Now, stress actually can do a lot of damage to our progress, and sleep can hinder our progress as well. A lot of you that think fasting is the answer, guess what the word breakfast means? Break fast. Fasting while you're sleeping is what we're supposed to be doing. Sleeping is super, super important because that's when we can absorb all the nutrients that we've been eating during the days, all of that. But sleep and stress go hand in hand, don't they? And water. How many of you right now could just add more water? Women, 64 ounces, men, 96 ounces a day. Add that. Here's the thing though, if you're somebody that can drink water and like literally goes right through them in like minutes, that's telling you that you have some sort of a deficiency in your ability to absorb that water. And that's where the sixth thing comes in. The sixth thing is just as important as all the rest of them, and it's supplements. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because the bottom line is, unless you are growing a biodynamic farm in your backyard with every possible type of fruit, vegetable, and animal out there in soil that you have provided all the nutrients for, and even then, that's going to be really hard. You're not going to get everything that you need in food. You're just not. Dr. Mark Hyman, who is an amazing functional medical practitioner, he talks all the time. If he wrote the book, Food, What the Heck Should I Eat? If you go to our shop, disruptivenutrition.com/shop, you're going to see that book there. I highly suggest getting it. He talks all the time about the importance of supplements. And so I want us to be thinking about that. So there's two types of supplements. Now, there's gap fillers, and then there's meal replacements. So I'm going to talk about gap fillers first. Gap fillers fill the gaps that those other 5 things, nutrition, exercise, sleep, stress, and water, can't do. The sixth thing, supplements, is just as important as the rest. So if you're not taking any supplements, or you're taking a bunch that you don't know about, or you're just taking more than you need, you're not going to get what you want out of it, out of your health and wellness. You're not going to be getting to your optimal health. Okay. So supplementation should be smarter, not more. And it's got to be targeting the right things and have the right delivery mechanism. And so I'm going to explain to you what that means. But gap fillers are allowing your body to get what it needs when the food that you're eating isn't enough. And that is for all of us. But if you are, I eat healthy the majority of the time. I eat correct almost all the time. Healthy and correct, that combination is powerful. But I don't eat healthy all the time, right? I don't want to. Sometimes I want a big cheeseburger with lots of French fries, and I have that. And that's fine. It doesn't become the norm. It becomes the exception. But I'm just going to be real with y'all. You need supplementation. And you need the right stuff. It's something you should be doing every single day. And it is very, very important to me that if you're going to put something in your body every single day, it's not like that burger and fries. You're not doing that every day. Go for it whenever it is in your appreciation meal or whatever it is. But if you're going to do supplementation every day, it's got to be clean. It's got to be effective. It's got to be beneficial for multiple areas of your body because you want to get more bang for your buck. Okay. So we're going to go over what that means. Now, everything that I'm going to talk about is stuff that everybody should be doing, but I will always say that you should absolutely connect and consult with your doctor, because there are some supplements that we just kind of know that generally people need, but I can't give you guys individual nutrition advice for each of you. Even my clients, when it comes to certain supplementation, it's got to be connected with whatever you might be doing with your medication or anything like that with your doctor. So I'm going to tell you some things that generally we know everybody should be doing, and then some extra things that you may need to ask your doctor about. Okay. So we're going to talk about gap fillers, and we're going to talk about meal replacements. Now, remember, we eat 5 to 6 times a day. And yet I say all the time, this is simple, sustainable, and satisfying. Well, how, Carrie, if we eat 5 to 6 times a day, can it be simple? And it's something that's sustainable. Satisfying. Okay, I can eat a lot all day and that feels satisfying, right? But how do we make it simple? Well, I make sure that I put 2 of my 6 meals as a meal replacement. A high quality protein shake is powerful. It's not just for ease, but it has actually got certain minerals and vitamins and benefits that you might not get in your food that you know you're going to get twice a day. Okay. So it's not only super fast and easy just to throw a protein shake together real quick, but also you're able to then use that protein shake for benefiting your body. Remember, I said smarter, not harder. We want multiple benefits. And I will put a little plug in right now, because depending on when you're watching this, hopefully you're watching it the week that we're putting this out, you're watching it with me now. We are doing a really fun Shake It Up program. So we're doing a program where we're going to send you shakes. We're going to give you, our coaches, you're going to have 2 weeks of being able to learn a little bit more about PFC. But in all reality, you don't have to know that much. You're just going to try and do whatever it is that you do. You're going to replace 2 of your meals with shakes. So even if you don't get PFC right for the rest of the day, but you've been following us and you're like, I want to do this, then you can just make 2 of your PFC meals a shake and know that you're doing something is better than nothing, right? 1% progress all the time. So we're doing a Shake It Up program, and it is such a good deal. It's totally affordable. We're going to send you everything you need, give you shake recipes for 2 weeks, grocery list, everything. So you can dip your toes into the disruptive nutrition waters. So you can go to disruptivenutrition.com/shake it up. And go register for that. But you're going to have to register by the end of this week, because otherwise you're going to run out of time. We're not going to be able to send you the stuff in time. So go and do that. But let's talk about gap fillers. So what we all really need is a multivitamin and an antioxidant. Okay. So your multivitamin has to have your vitamins and minerals. A general multivitamin is, you're going to find them everywhere. You want to make sure that they don't have any added stuff to them. Gummies, for example, you guys, is going to have a lot of sugar. It's going to have stuff in it that's not going to serve your body. But you want it for your general health, immunity, and inflammation, especially a good antioxidant and multivitamin combination. Now, I talked a little bit about the mechanism in which you're taking it. If you're having a capsule or a pill, understand that it might show the milligrams as being sufficient in the label, but you are only absorbing about 10 to 20% of those actual vitamins in your body if you're taking a capsule or a pill. That is why I always suggest having it in liquid form. And I'm very particular about what I put in my body, what I put in my kids' bodies, and what I suggest to you. That's why the product line that we suggest is Kyani, because of not only are their ingredients completely clean, certifications through the roof around making sure that there's nothing in there that is going to harm you. Even professional athletes don't have to worry about testing for banned substances, which is not the case for anything over the counter that you're just going to find at any regular GNC store. But it's also in liquid form. So they have one called Sunrise that is a multivitamin and antioxidant in one. And I love that because the liquid form absorbs so much better. So you're only absorbing a very small portion of it if it's in capsule form, and in liquid form, you're going to absorb a lot more. Okay. So I think that's really important for us to know. Now, the other piece of it is that I love when you do a vitamin in the morning and then at night, because remember I said at night is like you're fasting, right? When you are fasting, you're sleeping. And I love that. But what I want for you to be able to do is to absorb those nutrients better. So an evening routine with your vitamins and minerals is really important too. And that's why I love that Kyani has a sunrise and a sunset. Now, this is in gel capsule form because while you're sleeping, you can absorb those nutrients. It allows you to be able to have this and be able to benefit from it better when you're doing it at night. Okay. So you're getting all of your vitamins and minerals that you really need right in there. Okay. So to me, those are things that like everybody should be doing. Of course, I always say, ask your doctor before doing anything at all. So let's talk now about a few things that are really important that you have not heard of. Okay. Now, one of the things that is like really like what I find to be the hidden secret of our health is something called nitric oxide. Okay. So Dr. Hyman did a podcast on this in April, I think, and he said it was like the most important thing you can do for your body that you've never heard of. There's a Dr. Naro, who actually discovered nitric oxide in 1992. I was just graduating high school then, and we didn't know about it until then. And yet it is called the molecule of life. So listen to this. If I could tell you that nitric oxide has been proven to be able to be anti-inflammatory, okay? The nitric oxide is a molecule in our body, okay? That when we produce it, we produce enough of it, it's an anti-inflammatory, an antioxidant, a neurotransmitter. It increases and improves your circulation. It promotes memory and learning. It promotes sexual arousal. Understand that Viagra actually has nitric oxide in it. It actually helps with sun damage and skin cancer. It regulates digestive enzymes in your digestive health and helps you with hormonal balance. That is a molecule in your body called nitric oxide. All of those things, you can't just get in food. That's incredible. He won the Nobel Peace Prize because of his discovery of nitric oxide, which took him 30 years to find and to figure out. It was very hard to do. And so how do you get nitric oxide? Well, there's a few different ways, but I am telling you, I like to call it, by doing the things that you need to do for your body, you're going to get the nitro effect. One of the things I love about Kyani is that they are obsessed with nitric oxide. So every one of their products has ingredients in there that help promote nitric oxide. It's like synergistic when you're using all of them, why that's so important. But let me tell you how you can get nitric oxide, because what happens is as we get older, our production of nitric oxide actually decreases. So you can get nitric oxide or help to promote and produce nitric oxide through exercise and nasal breathing, in through your nose, out through your nose. That actually can help promote it. You know, when your watch tells you to breathe sometimes, listen to it. Okay. So that's also why, like I always say, a body in motion stays in motion. Exercise is one of those 6 plates, right? And so exercise can help promote the production of nitric oxide. That is important, as is nasal breathing. But as we get older, it's harder and harder for us to produce it. There's also some foods that can produce nitric oxide. Leafy green vegetables. You know, we talk about eating your veggies. There's a lot of nutrients in there. Well, one of the discoveries is that it can help promote nitric oxide in your body. And I name that list of things that nitric oxide is powerful to help us with. So if you aren't doing this, you have to be. So berries, green veggies, almonds, nuts, all of those healthy foods are powerful in helping to be able to promote nitric oxide. Refined processed carbs is actually going to hinder it. So while I love myself, my carbs, I know that higher quality, healthy carbs have to be my norm. But I don't have to feel guilty when I have refined carbs, but I have to understand that it impacts multiple areas of my health. Now, the other piece of the puzzle is nitric oxide supplement. As we get older, we produce less nitric oxide. I just read to you all the things that nitric oxide is so important for your health. You also need a good nitric oxide supplement. And that's one of the reasons why, honestly, when Kyani approached me and said, you need to take a look at our supplements and see if this is something that you would be interested in sharing with your clients about. You know, I get different companies will come up to me, approached by different companies all the time. This is one, though, that I stopped and really, really paid attention to because I know the power of nitric oxide. And to know that every single one of their products layers in together to help promote nitric oxide, I was like, I need to learn more about that. But they also have their actual nitric oxide called Nitro Extreme that I take 3 times a day, and it comes from the noni fruit. And I don't know about you, but the noni fruit does not exist in my grocery store. And so to be able to go and harvest a noni fruit and put it into a supplement that promotes nitric oxide in your body is that next layer that we need, because we're not going to be able to do it enough in food. Okay. But yet it's so, so, so important. So I want you to be thinking about this, because you're realizing, oh my gosh, like there are things in here and in my life that I'm not getting enough of. And so that is so important. And by having nitric oxide as a supplement, it's actually going to help you to absorb all those nutrients better. So when you are eating healthy and correct, you're going to be able to absorb the nutrients better because of that. Now, another supplement that I know you've all heard of, but I think is super trendy and people are like, huh? Collagen. Here's the thing, you guys. Everybody talks about taking collagen because collagen is like hair, skin, and nails, right? Yes, that is a benefit of that. That's just like when I talk about eating PFC. One of the benefits of eating the way that we teach is that you lose weight, right? But actually, it's helping you to get to your optimal health. That's really the goal. Okay. So yes, collagen helps. It's a benefit of collagen is hair, skin, and nails, but there's actually a bigger, more important benefit and feature of collagen. Now, here's the thing. There are 27 different kinds of collagen, and you need a collagen that is most like the collagen in your body. So understand that in between your skin and your muscle is your fascia. Okay. That is where your collagen is. That is collagen. That is your connective tissue. Okay. When you are younger, we have a faster metabolism, right? Part of that is because our collagen, our fascia, our cellular movement is all faster. So our metabolism starts to slow down for many reasons. And one of them is our connective tissue, our collagen, we produce less and less of as we get older. We also produce less lean muscle. So every 10 years, we lose about 5 to 10% of lean muscle mass. That is so important, not only in keeping up our metabolism, but being able to have long lasting energy, health, all of that. And if we don't do that, that's when we really struggle. Like as women, we need lean muscle more than anything else. Okay. And like to be able to get that lean muscle as we are getting older requires, yes, exercise, and being able to promote collagen resilience, because our collagen is on a train with our age. It's going fast. But here's the other thing. Healthy joints are a big part of having strong collagen resilience. When we produce less and less collagen as we get older, it's going to impact our joints. So I don't know about you, but at 46 years old, I definitely have like those knee things, shoulder things, all of that. You need to be taking the right kind of collagen in order to be able to support healthy joints. Yes, skin and hair then come along with it. So if you're taking collagen, you're not taking the right kind, you might see a difference in your hair, skin, and nails, but you're not optimizing fat metabolism. You're not building lean muscle. You're not necessarily getting the long-lasting energy from it because the collagen that you're taking may not be the closest to our own collagen. And that's what we need to replace collagen with. And you're certainly not getting your healthy joint benefits from it too. So I want you to work smarter, not harder. That's why one of the things that I love about the Kyani line is that the collagen is a type 1 and type 3 bovine-based collagen. That is so important. I know that there might be vegetarians and vegans out there, but this is so important because it is so light, so much closer to the collagen that you have in your own body. And that is what's going to help support strength, flexibility, and help you with your aging. Again, this also promotes nitric oxide production. And what? All of those things together help promote that nitric oxide production. Yes, this is one of the things that got me sold around Kyani, not just their unbelievable standards of quality, not just that I have a seat at the table and I can tell them exactly what my clients want and need, but because they're synergistic. So they work together to be able to produce the things and multiple benefits in multiple ways. There's so many different ingredients in here that help us in so many different areas. And I have so much information. I could go on forever, and I'm happy to share all of that with you. So the collagen is also in liquid form, and I want you to be thinking about that because that is how we're going to absorb. Now, also, there are other supplements that you might have deficits in, and you can check that with blood work. Those are the things that you need to be able to have that I was just talking about: your multivitamin, your antioxidant, your nitric oxide, and your collagen. Those are pieces of the puzzle that I love that Kyani has in their triangle of health, as well as their collagen supplement. But there's also a type of supplement that's our meal replacement. Remember, we eat 5 to 6 times a day. And so if you can do 2 of them with a high quality protein shake, you're going to make this lifestyle very simple. But also, I want you to understand that the protein shakes that we were able to develop with Kyani, and I say we because I had a say in the plant-based protein shake development, is all about nitric oxide production, because there is an amino acid in here, L-citrulline malate, which is not in most protein shakes. You're actually enhancing the nitro effect. All of these things together are what we call the nitro effect. I love that. And I love that when you have this, it's not just about a meal replacement. It's actually giving you very, very necessary vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to do all of the things that you need protein and effective protein to do. The other thing with this plant-based shake, it has four vegetarian proteins. It's vegan, it's non-GMO, and it's very hard to find a vegan protein shake with 4 plant-based proteins. So you know you have a complete amino acid profile. It's amazing. And if any of you are athletes out there or work out hard, I also love the Fit 20, which is a grass-fed whey. I'm actually not a proponent of whey. This will be the only whey shake you will ever hear me talking about. It's grass-fed whey and collagen peptides. So it doesn't taste like a true whey-based shake, which I absolutely hate. But a whey-based protein is a faster acting protein than a typical plant-based protein is. So it will go right to your muscles where those amino acids that need to be replenished are. So in order to be able to have that, I like to do this after a tough workout. So that's sort of the protein shake that I use for that. But for my other shakes, if I'm not working out that day, or my other shakes, I always use a plant-based protein shake. And I want you to be able to have, if you're going to put stuff in your body every day, stuff that's going to work at multiple levels for multiple reasons, as well as benefit your body because it's got all clean ingredients in there. Okay. So, all right, those are the ones that I'm really passionate about and that everybody should be doing. But also, if you have deficiencies, I want you to think about vitamin D, vitamin C, magnesium, zinc. Okay. Oh, I didn't mention one. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Let me go back for a second. So the protein shake, the Origin plant-based protein shake, one of the reasons why I do this, at least for one a day, and the Fit 20 for another one, or sometimes I do the plant-based for 2 a day if I'm not working out, is because there's also in here, if you look at this, it's amazing. There's a prebiotic in here. So you don't have to have a separate prebiotic. Do you see what I mean? Smarter, not harder. And then what I want you to do is to have a digestion enzyme with a probiotic. Because when you have a digestion enzyme with a probiotic, you're feeding your healthy, the biomes, so you can have a healthy gut, because you need a prebiotic and a probiotic. And the digestion enzyme is going to help you to digest your proteins, fats, and carbs and absorb them better. Everything happens in our gut. So you need a strong digestion product with a probiotic, and you have your prebiotic already in your shake. So you see what I mean? You don't need a million things. You just need a few. And that's one of the things that I love about Kyani. So let me go into those other supplements again that you may need. And this is what you should be talking to your doctor about if you need additional vitamin D. There's already vitamin D, of course, in your sunrise, but you may need additional depending on what your blood work comes out as. And vitamin D3 is so important for our immune health. Okay. So especially in this age of COVID, that immunity is really important for us. So magnesium, D3, vitamin C, zinc, those pieces you may need to add more of depending on what your doctor says. Now, I remember I said to you, there are 6 plates that you have to be spinning, right? So education, exercise, nutrition, sleep, water, stress, supplements. We've talked about supplements. I want you to consider what you're doing now and what you need to change. You can go to our website and look disruptivenutrition.com/shop to see the recommended products that we have. I take that very seriously in terms of what I recommend. I do want you to think about doing our Shake It Up program, because that's going to be a really great way for you to dip your toes in, just learn a little bit, and to be able to kind of like get into the disruptive nutrition family a little bit, have coaches by your side during this 2-week shake program. But let me talk about the 7th plate that I know isn't kind of written out there, but it's the Carrie Lipoli 7th plate, is self-awareness. When we are aware of our triggers, when we are aware, when we know we can do, and when we're not aware, it's really hard for us to make good decisions. That's part of the reasons why I have this group, that I have our Diet Disruptor Squad Facebook group, that I have this podcast, is because I want to continue to educate you. So not only are you more aware of what you should be doing, but you can also start to become more aware of your mindsets and the barriers that are holding you back from success for the long term. I want this to be an approach that you do forever, that you're not searching for other diets out there, because diets will always fail you. If you have to deprive yourself and put yourself at a deficit, understand nothing flourishes at a deficit. And the more self-aware you are, the better you are going to be at recognizing the things that set you off to be able to do the thing that you know you need to do for the rest of your life. Those plates that you need to keep spinning will fall if you are not self-aware. And so that's my kind of little tidbit there for you in terms of that last piece of the puzzle. But I wanted to sort out the supplements for you because there's so much misinformation and skepticism And I get it. And I hope that I have established enough credibility with you so that you understand my passion and my heart is about you doing the right thing for your body as consistently as possible, not perfectly, but consistently. And if you're already doing supplements, I'd much rather you work smarter, not throw your money away on stuff that you don't know is working for you. I want you to feel the difference when you take the right supplements. And I want you to understand that I am very, very, very particular before I recommend any product. Do I think that the Kyani product line is the only thing out there for you? No, but if you really want to take the time to research as much as you need to, go ahead. I don't know why you would. I have done a ton of it for you. And I want to be able to be by your side to be able to support you in this. So if you're doing this, I get to be on your team and be able to answer your questions because I know not only so much about the products, but about the people that make the products. I actually have a seat at the table around these products. Mark McDonald, who is a co-creator of the Nitro Nutrition approach, which is all of these products kind of working together synergistically, is one of my very best friends. So I want you to know that by trusting me in this product line, you also get a part of me and being able to help you win at your health and be able to crush your goals. So we'll make sure we have links for you. I would love for you to join our Shake It Up program. You have until the end of the week to register. I'm going to be living in that program along with my coaches. We can support you in so many different ways and allow you just to dip your toes into the water so that you can really understand little by little, something is better than nothing about this approach. If you have been thinking about this and have put it off, this is for, I think it's $167. You get a 2 weeks with us. Plus we're going to send you 3 bags of protein. So you have more than enough protein for 2 weeks. It's going to last you more than 2 weeks, plus everything you need to be able to be successful for that. You are worth that. Please divide that out by 14 days. It's nothing. And the benefit is ginormous. I don't know if you can all hear this right now, but my dog is actually coughing underneath my feet. You gotta love it. So I'd love for everybody to comment something that you learned today, something that you're taking away, whether it's the plates, whether it's a type of supplements, whether it's the importance of nitric oxide and making sure that whatever you're doing works together. Comment below. I really want to hear something that you took away from this. If you're listening on the podcast, I would love for you to subscribe and to leave us a review. We are here to be able to support you, love on you, and to help you understand that wherever you are in your journey, there's a place for you at Disruptive Nutrition. All right, you guys, go shake it up with us. Go.